work with no regretting. And that's all profit.
Done did it again on the hater, man. I don't think they were ready for this one.
They gave y'all the blueprint, man. Just get up and go get your bag. That's how you gotta do it. All hustle, no love. You gotta work for this one.
What's up, traders? It's your boy Ace Boogie coming to you live and direct. I want to go over KYNC, which is a trade I took yesterday into today, which I pretty much nailed spot on. This one was a OTC major breakout, breaking out over this 210 area. It's a 2 cent stock. I'm just going to call it 210. And I was able to buy it just above the breakout area and sell it into strength later that day and the following day, which is today. So take a look at the intraday chart. This one had picture perfect breakout structure. So breakouts, you know, they they break out and they confirm. This one broke out past the 210 area, went up a little bit higher to basically say that hey, it's a strong breakout, and came back down and rested on 210, showing that hey, that previous resistance is now support, and it continued on to new highs. So perfect, picture perfect textbook breakout structure on the stock. Um, for my first account, I had longed it. I think it's right under 225, that $0.25 area. I wanted to get in before then. It broke out over that. Had a nice little run up and surge all the way up to the 280s. And I didn't want to get greedy. I wanted to go ahead and just take the single right here so I could be patient because I had longed it in another account as well. So this one, I basically took about 25%, almost 26% off of it. Just longing it from the 220s to the 280s. Um, I'm just keep talking about this account and I'll go back to the next account afterwards. So later on that day, I saw that hey, it held support right at the 250s, and then it held support again at $0.25 area 275, and it was basically consolidating. So I was looking for an end of day move, but I was fairly certain that it would gap up, and I was apt to take another position with this particular account. So I bought it towards the end of the day, um, as it kind of popped over 3 cents here around 15.35. It didn't break out any further, but it did hold those gains pretty well and close decently. Um, this morning, I basically my plan was to sell this one into the immediate gap and focus on my core position, um, to see if there's any other follow up spike. So this one, as soon as the market opened and pushed up a little bit, I hit sell. I think I made like 10% on just holding it overnight and selling into the gap. Easy, stress free 10%. So going back into my other account, I was able to get a better average than 225 or 222. I think this one was like a 219 average. And this one I held all day. So I didn't even sell this one at all on this day. I held it all throughout the day. And I was a little bit more patient with my exit um, this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the 1 minute chart and it might show it a little bit better. So here it is this morning. So I let it run, push past 350, came up. Well, I saw some rise and pushed through 350, and then it looked like it hit a wall at 360. And I didn't want it to kind of go under this area, VWAP area, so I went ahead and took off another third of my shares. I sold in lots of thirds. So I sold 10,000 here, another 10,000 here, and then when this one firmed up and it broke out and it surged all the way up to 390, I had an order in at 389. It just didn't get filled. It was after this candle. It couldn't pop back up, so I ended up taking it off in the 380s before it came back down to VWAP and kind of ran out of steam. So that one, um, that those sales was pretty good. If I had a 219 average, I think my exit was like 361 average. So 361. So about 64%, 64.5% on this trade from yesterday into today. So pretty solid play when it comes to these OTC breakouts. Another thing to watch and keep in mind is once it sold off really hard and it kind of panicked. And when it panicked, it had the AM panic dip buy structure. So when it drops 30 to 50% off its high was here in the 390. It dropped all the way down to the 230s, which is about 40% off its highs. That opened the door for a bounce. And if you were able to get in anywhere under 250, was the idea. But to maximize his bounce, if you got in the 230s and sold, in the mid threes, you should have been banking about 36, 37% on the bounce or anything on the way to that, another 25% here. Even if you got in like at 250 and sold that VWAP, that's still 20%. So the AM panic dip buy pattern proves true as well. And it's funny how all these patterns just run into each other and progress as the framework of the stock plays out. So that was my trade. Once again, this pattern is pretty predictable. It's pretty simple. You see the stock passing an area that hasn't passed in a while and it has volume. You might want to buy it because if it breaks out, it has a move like this. This move is probably like an 80% move, 88% move from here to there. When it was all said and done. So plenty of opportunity to profit between point A and point B. Other than that, that was pretty much it. I was trading this on the go from the phone. Didn't have level two, didn't have a bunch of charts at my disposal, but because I'm experienced with this pattern and I study, I can take that position comfortably with conviction on the phone, chilling in the hotel by the pool, because that's where I traded this. I banked about a little over $600 and just by the pool, hanging out on vacation. So just know what's possible out here if you focus and dig into what matters the most. But if you have any questions, hit me up. Ace Boogie 2488 G5 Trades. Be out. Peace.
Move smooth and focus on goals. I'm going hard for my family. Yeah, I gotta get the band for my foes. So I'm glad and I'm bold. Black is a new light. So much cash it don't fold. That's exactly what I like. I wake up feeling so blessed. My cake up is no stress. Make sure you get them checks. That's the blueprint.